Howdy everyone, this is LockNutz, and you're watching a map tour of Small Cow Farm by ABT FrankyY. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. Howdy, 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 how are you guys doing today? Oh my goodness, I tell you what, today we get to go on a map tour of Small Cow Farm by ABT FrankyY. This little bad mamma jamma is 29 megabytes to download and is very cross-platform friendly. Now what we're going to go ahead and do here is we started this gameplay off on new farmer mode. That way you guys know what you get when you start off on new farmers mode. So let's jump right in and take a look at your equipment. All right, everyone, starting off with small tractors, we have one Kloss and one Vultra. Nice 1-2 punch. Then we move on over to the Dutzfar Topliner Harvester, and that comes with one Dutzfar Topliner Grain Header, and the trifecta is complete with the Topliner Header Trailer. Moving on to trailers, we have one Wheelger Trailer. Discarros, we have one Harsh Joker, gotta love that. Power Harrow, one Amazon Power Harrow. Subsoilers, you have the Combi Plow Gold, 3 meter, not too shabby. Seeders, we have the Amazon Seeder. Mowers, you have one Kuhn Side Mower, not too shabby. Tedders, you have one Pottinger Tedder. Windrowers, you have one Kuhn Windrower. Balers, you have a Kuhn VB 3190, not too shabby. Front loaders, you have one Quickie front loader, and that does come with one pallet fork attachment. And then to round everything off, you have 1 and 2 weights, not too shabby altogether. Nice little starter set to get yourself going, rocking and rolling. But let's go ahead and take a look at that map to see where you're going to be using this equipment. And here is your map, and as you can see, it's not a very large map at all, but that's okay. You do start off here with a couple animal pastures, and I want to point out that you do actually start off with those no matter what game mode you start off with. You have access to them. You might not own the land, but you do have access to the chicken, cow, and horse pastures. Keep that in mind. Now, the cow pasture has the capability of holding 1,200 cows. You could say holy cow on that one. Yikes, that's a lot. You do have a couple sell points on here, the store, animal dealer, gas facility, but you do not have any production items on here. So if you want to do production, you're going to have to place them down yourself. Now, let's take a look at the land that you start off with. You do start off with the main farm area, which comes in at $79,000, which is not too bad. Field 23 and then 1314 is a combination field. Now, if you come over here, look at the combo field of 3, 4, and 24, that is the most expensive on the map, coming in at $44,000. Not too shabby at all. Right next to it is little old field 20, and that comes in at a whopping $12,000. Absolutely insane. That is not the most expensive plot on the map, though. The most expensive plot on the map is this one up here, coming in at $197,000. And this is that cow pasture. So kind of keep that in mind. There's a lot of grass up here, but if you can fit 1,200 cows in there, you're going to need a whole heck of a lot of room. So just kind of keep that in mind as you move along. You do have this one little strip over here coming in at $337,000, but that's a little bit off to the side and kind of, this one's more likely. So taking a look at that, guys, let's jump down to the ground and take a look at this one from our feet. All right, everyone, and here we go up at the main farm. Now, one of the things I want to do real quick is I want to turn the map on in the corner so that you guys can kind of follow along with me as we're rocking and rolling. So like I said, this is the main farm area. You do have one little silo over here, and it does not have anything in it. Just wanted to double check along with that one. Okay, those two don't have anything in them. You do have the pressure washer, fuel tank, and house for going ahead and sleeping. Let's head on down over here. And you do end up having a grain silo right up over here for all of your grain selling. There's not a lot of selling points on the map, but there are a few, and it does make sense that you have just one big mammoth one right there to go ahead and take care of all of your needs that you got going on. As we continue on down this way, you do have a stone crusher up here, so you have another little sell point. You do have this little bugger over here, where you have your chicken pasture along with a nice little shed, and then over here you do have a little horse pasture. Not too shabby altogether. I'm gonna hop on out and run across here. Normally I go ahead and I hop in a vehicle and drive around, but because of the size of this map, it's really not going to be 100% necessary. And as you can see, guys, you have lots and lots of mowable real estate right here, especially if you want to go ahead and get cows. It'll be great for going ahead and cutting the grass and making all the magic happen. Now, like I said, coming on over here, 1,200 cows, 1,200 cows that you can go ahead and get for all of your milking needs right here, right now. Got to love it. Not too shabby at all. As we head on over here, I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at this. You can see right here, we have narrow roads, but there is absolutely no traffic out here whatsoever. The fields, they're not very big, so getting large equipment isn't 100% necessary, unless you want to go ahead and cut down all these trees and just make large fields. You're really not going to need anything big, and because the land is so flat, you're not going to really have to oversize any of your equipment in order to be able to handle these fields. Like I said, the roads right here, they are pretty darn narrow, but you're not going to be rocking and rolling out here with really big equipment. I just don't think you're going to need to do that. And you're not really going to have to oversize the horsepower on really anything. You do have this nice little lay down yard looking area here that you can go ahead and do whatever you want with, along with this one over here. This is your 13 and 14. I would say these would be great areas to go ahead if you're going to do any placeable items like your factories. This is the spot. This is where you got room to go ahead and make that magic happen. Obviously, you can go ahead and plow under whatever it is that you want to do, but on a map like this with that many cows, you are almost going to need to get a dairy. It's got to be one thing you go for. So as we kind of head on over here, I think one of the things we're going to do really quick is we're going to go ahead and get on our Mary Poppins cape and fly up into the sky to take a look at this map from up above. All right, everyone, here we go on up into the sky to take a look at this one. Now, as you guys can see, it's not, like I said, it's not a very large map by any means whatsoever. You have nice paths going around here. They're not very wide by any means, but they do offer you some way to move around the map. No traffic whatsoever, so that you're not having to fight. You do have your sell points. If you guys want to rock and roll with some small equipment, this is definitely the place you want to go ahead and do that. Or if you want to see what it takes to go ahead and raise 12,000 cows, or not 12,000, 1,200 cows, you're going to have a great opportunity right here. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that this cow shed over here, it has compensated for the food storage for having that many cows. So it's not going to be your standard 10,000 liters or whatever it is of silage. The cows are going to go through that like that. So you're going to want to be able to go ahead and fill this thing up as high as you possibly can, and it's going to be able to handle it. All in all, guys, like I said, if you want to get out here and rock and roll with some small equipment or just do a test to see what it takes to make 1,200 cows happy, this is definitely the place to get yourself out and rocking and rolling. And guys, I like this one. It's pretty darn neat. Don't take my word for it. Download it for yourself and comment down below to let me know what you think about it. How do you want to go about doing this? Are you plowing all these fields under and making one large field? Is grass going to be your best friend? Let me know. Comment down below. And if you guys are liking what you're hearing, liking what you're seeing, go ahead and smash that like button. Hit that subscription. It helps the channel out a ton. Go ahead and have that notification bell turned on to all That way you know when this and other great videos by myself are coming out. Guys, share this with somebody who likes cows. I mean, holy cow, you gotta like it. Ooh, you betcha. Oh, man, and until I can see you guys next time, thanks for stopping by.